The furniture they build is just one of the many simple, durable items that define an Amish home. To discover more of these fascinating objects, make sure you subscribe to The Colony Legacy for our upcoming documentary, 10 Forgotten Amish Household Items. This video was about the value of things built to last. What is the oldest, most durable piece of furniture you own? Share its story in the comments. Look around your home. How many pieces of furniture do you own that were built to be thrown away? In our world of fast furniture and throwaway culture, we've forgotten what it means to build something that lasts. But what if there was a community where a simple rocking chair was built with such skill that it could be passed down from a grandfather to his grandson's grandson? Today, we are opening the doors to the Amish workshop to unlock 10 of their most profound woodworking secrets for furniture that lasts 300 years. This is a masterclass in forgotten quality, so if you believe in things built to last, make sure you subscribe. Welcome back to The Colony Legacy. Amish woodworking is legendary. It is not just a craft, it's a philosophy, a quiet rebellion against the disposable nature of the modern world. It is a testament to the power of patience, precision, and timeless techniques. Today we're not just looking at the finished product. We're decoding the blueprint that allows them to create these masterpieces with simple, unplugged tools. Secret number 1, the sacred wood selection. The first secret happens long before a saw ever touches wood. It is the sacred act of selecting the timber. An Amish woodworker has a deep, almost spiritual connection to the wood they use. They don't just order lumber from a supplier, they often select the trees themselves, understanding the life and character of the wood. They are masters of reading the grain, of knowing which species, like oak, cherry, or maple, is best suited for a specific purpose. Most importantly, they practice the art of air drying their lumber, a slow, patient process that can take years. While modern kilns dry wood quickly, air drying allows the wood to acclimate to its environment naturally, resulting in a far more stable and durable material that is less likely to warp or crack over the centuries. Secret number 2, the power of hand tools. In a world obsessed with power tools, the Amish workshop is a sanctuary of quiet skill. While some modern Amish workshops use pneumatic or hydraulic power, the foundation of their craft remains the mastery of hand tools. The rhythmic sound of a hand plane shaving a whisper-thin curl of wood, the precise bite of a sharp chisel, the steady progress of a handsaw. These are the sounds of their art. Using hand tools is not just a tradition, it's a strategic choice. It forces the craftsman to be intimately connected to the wood, to feel its grain, to understand its tensions. It creates a level of precision and detail that a screaming power router often misses. This intimate connection is the soul of their work. Secret number 3, the mortise and tenon joint. Look closely at a piece of Amish furniture, and you'll notice a distinct lack of screws, nails, or metal brackets. Their secret to incredible strength is an ancient joinery technique, the mortise and tenon. It's a simple, brilliant concept. One piece of wood has a hole or mortise cut into it. The other piece has a corresponding tongue or tenon that fits perfectly and snugly into that hole. When glued and pinned, this joint creates an incredibly strong interlocking bond that becomes even tighter over time as the wood ages. It is the same technique used to build timber frame barns that have stood for centuries. It's a time-consuming, skill-intensive process, but it is the secret to furniture that doesn't wobble or fall apart. Secret number 4. No plywood, no particle board. This is a non-negotiable rule in any traditional Amish workshop. They use only solid, real wood. In our modern world, much of our furniture is made from particle board or MDF, which are essentially sawdust and glue, often covered with a thin wood veneer. These materials are cheap and easy to work with, but they are incredibly susceptible to moisture, damage, and wear. An Amish craftsman would never consider them. Their commitment to using only solid hardwoods is a commitment to longevity. It's why their furniture has a tangible weight, a feeling of substance and permanence that is so rare today. Secret number 5, the hand-sanded finish. The final step before finishing a piece is perhaps the most meditative, the sanding. An Amish woodworker will spend hours, sometimes days, meticulously hand-sanding every surface. They work their way through progressively finer grits of sandpaper, feeling the wood with their bare hands until it is as smooth as silk. This painstaking process does more than just smooth the surface. It prepares the wood to receive the finish perfectly, bringing out the deep natural beauty and chatoyancy of the grain in a way that a quick pass with a power sander never could. If you're finding this useful, please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It helps us make more videos like this. Secret number 6, the art of the dovetail joint. If you ever look at an Amish-made drawer, you will likely see the beautiful interlocking pattern of a dovetail joint. This is another ancient and highly skilled joinery technique, considered a hallmark of fine craftsmanship. It involves cutting a series of interlocking pins and tails that fit together like a puzzle piece. A well-made dovetail joint is incredibly strong and resistant to being pulled apart, making it perfect for drawer construction. It is a detail that is often hidden, a quiet testament to the craftsman's dedication to quality, even in the parts you cannot see. Secret number 7, the natural, time-tested finish. You don't find thick plastic-like polyurethane finishes on traditional Amish furniture. Their secret is to use natural, hand-rubbed oil finishes. These finishes, often a special blend of linseed oil, tung oil, and other natural ingredients, don't just sit on top of the wood like a coat of plastic. They penetrate deep into the grain, protecting the wood from within and enhancing its natural color and depth. An oil finish is more work. It requires multiple coats and patient application. But the result is a warm satin glow that can be easily repaired and re-oiled for generations to come, unlike a plastic finish that chips and cracks and can never be truly fixed. Secret number 8, the measure twice, cut once philosophy. This old saying is not just a cliche in an Amish workshop, it is a way of life. Because they work with expensive, solid hardwoods and time-consuming hand tool techniques, mistakes are costly. This breeds a culture of extreme precision and forethought. A craftsman will spend a great deal of time in the planning and layout phase, ensuring every measurement is perfect, every angle is true, before a single cut is made. This slow, deliberate approach is the opposite of our modern move fast and break things mentality. It is a philosophy of getting it right the first time. Secret number 9, the multi-generational apprenticeship. How is this incredible level of skill passed down? through the most effective educational model ever devised, the multi-generational apprenticeship. An Amish boy learns woodworking not in a school, but at his father's and grandfather's side. He learns the feel of the tools, the smell of the different woods, the secrets of the craft through a lifetime of observation and practice. This hands-on, immersive education is something no book or YouTube video could ever replicate. It ensures that the legacy of quality is not just maintained, but deepened with each passing generation. Here at the Colony Legacy, we see this as the true engine of their enduring success. This tradition of passing down woodworking skills from father to son is a core part of their culture. To understand the other powerful rules they use to raise hardworking and respectful children, don't miss our last deep dive. Check the description for the link to 7 Amish rules for raising children. Secret number 10, the signature of the maker. The final secret is a quiet act of pride and accountability. Often, a master Amish craftsman will sign and date his work in a hidden spot, on the back of a cabinet or the underside of a chair. This is not an act of ego. It is a personal guarantee. It says, "I made this with my own hands to the best of my ability, and I stand behind its quality." It is a promise that this piece was not made on a faceless assembly line, but by a person, for a person, and it was built to last a lifetime and beyond. In short, choose real, well-dried hardwoods, master hand tools, and time-tested joinery, finish with natural oils, and pass skills through apprenticeship. If you believe in things built to last, subscribe and comment below. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. There's an in-depth documentary coming soon, diving even deeper into the art of timeless craftsmanship. We'd love to hear your own stories. Have you built something that stood the test of time? Or maybe you're just starting your woodworking journey? Share your experiences and questions in the comments below. Join our growing community of makers who believe in creating things that last for generations. Your story could inspire others. Let's keep the tradition alive together.